Some of you might have seen our video before when Brian got this out of the farm. And this is a modern barn find. It's 1962 XLR. This is a factory race machine. At this time in history, if you were a dealer-sponsored rider or a factory-sponsored rider, you've got the race bike along with a spare race chassis. It was literally a complete chassis that was bolted up to the motor and the oil tank ready to run. All you had to do was bolt on your fork and your rear wheel, your tank and fender, and go. And this was because the boys were riding every Friday and Saturday night, sometimes races on Thursday and sometimes races on Sunday, and they didn't have time to come all the way back and rebuild their motor when they blew it up. They blew their whole season. So your factory-sponsored rider and your dealer-sponsored rider would always get a spare race chassis. The spare chassis were non-numbered. They had no motor numbers. It was a blank box. This is how they came. They made maybe 78, maybe in 62, somewhere in 75, 78. It's a very rare bike. I have had a lot of really cool, rare, wow, oh my God, I can't believe you have one of those bikes. I've never had anything that has gotten this type of attention in my life. When I had this at the Dixon Fairgrounds, at the Dixon National MCA meet, people were literally, seemed to be waiting in line to come into the tent and bug us about this bike. Every second somebody else would walk in and go, oh my God, what's this, what's that, what do you want for it? Well, I don't want anything for it. I will trade. Oh, show me a nice original paint knucklehead. I will show you a nice original paint XLR and the spare race chassis. You never see them with the spare race chassis because the second these bad boys get found, somebody builds a second XLR and says, oh, here's the bike, and they have one and sell one. And that's how you see them. They keep their mouth shut about the spare race chassis. These are very expensive. Almost no independents had these bikes. And if you were an independent, you didn't get it with the spare motor. It didn't come that way. You had to buy that, or they wanted to charge you. But the sponsored riders got the bike and their spare race chassis. So I'm going to take the camera here. I'm going to go around the bike. You can see it up close. This is an XLR. This is as found. This is an original paint machine. It is very, very correct. This is the right front end. You changed your wheels and your tires out. When what track you were on, this is the drag pipes they use. These are correct. These are ball bearing motors. You see the different timing cover, different kicker cover. You have the different heads. These are the right carburetors here. This is the right tank for 62. This is the right oil tank. That's an R, not an H. Right seat, right rear pad, right cutoff rear fender. That's just how they came. This is history. This is a very, very beautiful bike. You gotta remember, this is a racer. This bike was raced. It was raced hard. They were laid down who knows how many times, and it's in this kind of shape. This is an unrestored original. This is the best way to have them. That little dealer sticker there indicates to me that this was a factory bike, but sponsored by a dealership, not by the factory. You see this little embossing here on the heads. That tells you that these are the right race heads. This is just how they came. There's your numbers right there. Got your Wyco mag here. Now, I don't have any history on who actually rode this bike. It can be found by the motor numbers because there's so few and it's all documented. You have your little belly numbers down here. See 53? They didn't make very many. See that 2052, that makes, or 62, that's what it is, yeah, 62. 62 XLR, 2062. So this is the 52nd or 62nd one made. Here they started 1001 or 2001 for the XLRs this year. They didn't make no 2062 of them, didn't happen. So that's the right racing oil tank. See how it's cut down? Right racing gas tank, right racing rear fender, right shocks, right everything. You look at this little frame here. See it says 57R. Can you read that? So we can get a better picture of it. There we go. 57R. Race chassis and all, baby. So here's your spare race chassis, how it came. It's just a motor and a regular civilian chassis. They came with no numbers. The cops had hassled the boys so they'd find a spare title and put some numbers in them. That's why those numbers look that way. This is not a 59 XLCH motor. This is your race motor. See the heads? See the Ryco mag here. And race oil tank. You got your racing carburetor here. There it is right there. This is just how we got it. Brought it back. It's your timing cover, your vehicle cover. See that special embossed line? That's not a Sportster. Don't be confused. This is not a Sportster. This is just how they came. They'll be set up in a crate. You're supposed to bring your bike with your crate. And over here, we have the high-end race wheels. See the different tires? They've run different tires on different tracks. See the little fin ribs here? It's your rear and your front. See the aluminum hub? Look at that. And flip it around here. There's your front. It's very common in KRTT. Remember, this is a 62, so there was a little bit of changeover. Special little fins on the rear there. How cool. There we have it. 1962 XLR with the spare race chassis. No, it's not for sale, but we would trade. It's a very cool bike. Has this little gear grinders here. Now, Dave Captain, a friend of mine, tells me that was a local club in the Central Valley area. So maybe he raced down here and retired to wherever he was. We don't know. If there was more left of that dealer sticker, we'd have a better idea. I've not done the research to find out who raced this bike. I'm still hoping to obtain some photos of the racer, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So, this is a modern day barn find. This is as good as it gets. We got it right out of the barn. It's a very cool machine, very rare machine. And man, I'm going to Wauseon, Ohio. I'm going to bring this little chassis setup with me, and the bike, and the wheels. So if somebody wants to see it in person, we'll be at Wauseon, Ohio the third weekend of July at the AMCA meet with these machines. You can see them in person and show me a beautiful original paint knucklehead, and we'll do a trade. Look at this little R sticker right here. That's how it came. It's not an H, that's an R, baby. Cool bike. Doesn't get any better. It's just a matter of what it is. Exciting. Hope to see y'all at Wauseon.